Okay, I'd like to talk about Quickstand Bermudagrass. That is the forage Bermudagrass that we're growing at Oakwood Sod Farm. It was developed at the University of Kentucky. We got our plant material from Beltsville that we brought to our farm to produce for our production. It was the recommendation of the NRCS that that be the variety that we use for as a forage variety. We have other varieties that are turf type that we've been growing for several years as for turf uses. Quickstand is a vegetative variety. The seed is sterile, so um, it only is planted and grown vegetatively, and it is a use it as a sprig. The um, individual pieces of grass are planted. Ideally, the green sprig would be half in the ground, half out of the ground, and it would have green leaves in season, and every node would produce a new plant essentially. And there's no seed involved. It is just vegetatively established. Um, the it is sold by the bushel, by volume. It's a sort of an odd system where it's a loose bushel, and then we compact it for shipping. We would produce it and compact it into a bulk bag. Soybeans and cover crop seed are sold in bulk bags, and then we use the old bags to sell the sprigs in them. And we'll sell them as either a full bag or a half bag. We figure a full bag is 100 bushels of sprigs, and the planting rates would vary from 20 to 80 bushels. So a full bag could do from basically 1 acre to 5 acres, or a half bag could do half that. The primary use for Bermuda grass is for the heavy use areas in a pasture, where the animals are moving and wearing the pastures down to dirt, essentially. See, the best planting dates as a warm season grass, the Bermuda grass will grow it from early spring through the summer, and then with the cooling off in October, basically shut down for the winter. And with the ideal planting date from mid-May to mid-July. If you lack irrigation for planting, you could consider planting in March before the warm weather sets in, and planting it a little deeper, bedding it into the soil. The sprigs can be spread by hand or with a manure spreader, lightly disked, and rolled or cultipacked into the soil. And then if irrigated if possible, or planted before a rain event was coming on. Les, if you want to add to what I've... Yes, sir? Um, Well, in warm weather, 48 hours. In in March, when it's colder, probably would have 3 or 4 days, even 5 days. You want to be ready before you want to have your site ready before you order the sprigs. Yes. 20 to 80 bushels. The higher the planting rate, the faster it would fill in the site. Or if you yes, it's supposed to be more aggressive. Yeah. Um, for a small area, most just take a basket and load up a basket and spread it by hand. Would um, would work generally. Yes, I mean we have a sprig planter. Yes. Uh, uh, Probably 4 or 5 acres or more. Um, There'd probably be a price break at about 400 bushels. Probably 400 or less would be $3 a bushel, and above that about $2 a bushel. Um, well, it would depend on the planting rate. I mean, if you plant at a high rate, I mean, put it this way, if you plant at Memorial Day at a high rate, you can play soccer on a field at Labor Day. We can cover. If you plant it thin, it would still be sort of thin if you plant it at a low rate after 3 months. But given a full year, uh, so and if you absolutely can't irrigate, then even going earlier and burying them deeper to like into March. I mean, we have people with baseball fields and that we tell them, go in March and just hope it doesn't get too crazy cold in March, and then when it warms up, they can come along. Okay.